back to the news at 10. A federal high court in Abuja has awarded 200,000 naira as costs against the Attorney General of the Federation over what it called a frivolous request for adjournment in the trial of the convener of Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore. The prosecutor had requested for an adjournment on the ground that the AGF's office has filed amended charges yet to be served on the defendants. But Justice Ijoma Ojukwu rejected the excuse and ordered the government to show evidence of payment of the fine by the next adjourned date.
In a show of solidarity, Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, Senator Shehu Sani, and associates of the convener of Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore, converged on the Federal High Court to witness proceedings in the trial of the activist and his co-accused Olawale Bakare. The trial was, however, stalled as the prosecutor informed the court of an amended charge which is yet to be served on the defendants. He asked the court for an adjournment to enable him effect service on the accused. The request for an adjournment, however, infuriated Justice Ijoma Ojukwu, who fined the federal government the sum of 200,000 naira for causing a delay in the trial of the defendants on frivolous grounds. Justice Ojukwu described the prosecution's request for an adjournment as frivolous and uncalled for. She warned that the proceedings would not continue if the prosecution failed to present evidence of payment of the 200,000 naira to the defense or come to court with the cash on Thursday. The prosecutor had explained to the court that the amendment of the charges followed the taking over of the case from the Department of State Services by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation in December 2019.
We did not apply for adjournment. We were supposed to be before the court yesterday, we are here today, and we're also going to be in court tomorrow. What we asked for wasn't an adjournment, but in fact, we asked for time to serve the amended charge and proceed to arraignment. That's what we asked for.
The defense lawyer argued that the prosecution is not prepared for trial and urged the court to strike out the charges. He told the court that the prosecution's request for an adjournment is frivolous and an indication of lack of diligence to prosecute the case.
We can't be coming here permanently, you know. The prosecution is always not ready to proceed, coming up with one excuse after the other. And if you are following the trend, maybe before we finish this case, Sowore will become a millionaire, because each time they ask for adjournment, it is at a cost, you know, which is not coming from their pocket, it's coming from taxpayers' money. That's the way they are wasting taxpayers' money.
The judge, in a short ruling, however, refused to strike out the case, but awarded 200,000 naira cost against the prosecution, and then adjourned the case to Thursday, February the 13th, for a fresh arraignment of the defendants.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Anne Wilder.
Banking so easy, so simple. Dial *894# now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Ijoma. Welcome to Business News. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, has launched a national intelligence gathering system to help gather data and track all tax evaders and defaulters in Nigeria. The chairman of FIRS, Mr. Mohammed Nami, made this known today in the nation's capital, Abuja, during an interagency meeting with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. According to the FIRS boss, the intelligence gathering system is a technology-based, and it's being implemented in close collaboration with the ICPC and other anti-corruption agencies and financial institutions in the country. On his part, the chairman of the ICPC, Professor Bolaji Owasanoye, says the anti-graft agency will share data with the FIRS to tackle tax evaders and defaulters and economy-based crimes, including money laundering. Nigeria LNG Limited and Gulf Tradings SA have signed an LNG sale and purchase agreement for some of the remarketed volumes from NLNG's trains 1, 2, and 3. According to the organization, the agreement is for the supply of 1 MTPA for a 10-year term on a delivered ex-ship basis. The SPAS for the remarketed volume repositions the company in readiness for its next phase of growth and consolidation, with a goal to increase in market share and competitiveness. NLNG is an incorporated joint venture owned by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Shell Gas BV Total Gas Electroside Holdings in France, and ENI International. Transnational Corporation of Nigeria, that's Transcorp, has already appointed Mrs. Owen Omojiafor as President and Group CEO of the Diversified Investment Company with effect from March the 25th this year. Her appointment is coming less than 2 years after she emerged as the Executive Director of Transcorp PLC. According to a statement sent to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mrs. Omojiafor will succeed Mr. Valentine Ozigbo, who is retiring after serving the company for nearly 10 years. She will now lead the management of Nigeria's leading listed industrial holding company with subsidiaries across power, hotels, upstream oil and gas industry. Meanwhile, the company also announced 4 major appointments on its board and executive management team. And let's head to the equities market. It managed to soft land today in positive territory at the close of trading, and mixed sentiment is still trailing the floor with weak demand for stocks by investors. Layo Adegoke has the details for us.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Wednesday's trading session at the NSE ended flattish but positive as the market's main index rose by 0.02%, while the equities cap added just 3 billion naira to the previous gain. This comes amid a mixed sectoral performance, with the banking and industrial goods sector index up 0.30 and 0.08% each. Consumer goods lost 0.31%, while the oil and gas sector ended unchanged. At the same time, weak investors' appetite for stocks weakened by 123.86 million units compared to Tuesday's session at 152.4 million in total turnover, while GT Bank, Zenith Bank and UBA retained the top 3 spots on the trade list for a second day. The trio of African Prudential, UACN and Access Bank led 6 other gainers with over 2% increase in their share price, while Vitafoam leads 16 other losers with nearly 10% drop in its share price. And that's the Stock Market Reports. I'm Layo Adegoke.
Meanwhile, major stock markets around the world have ended midweek trading session mostly higher after latest earnings report overshadowed concerns around the ravaging coronavirus around the world. Let's see the closing figures for today. And that's Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu. It's back to you, Joma.
Banking, so easy, so simple. Dial *894# now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Anne. InterSwitch, a payment processing company in Lagos, has held its 2nd edition of its National Science Competition for secondary school students. The competition, called InterSwitch Back, is designed to empower African students in the area of STEM and drive them towards full optimization of their potentials. The ultimate winner, Oyindamola Aje, received the prize of 7.5 million naira worth of a scholarship to any university of his choice with a monthly stipend.
It's the finals of the InterSwitch SPAC National Science Competition 2.0. About 20,000 students across the country sat for the national test, but only 9 geniuses made it to the grand finale. Each one of the finalists will be competing to earn the bragging rights as Nigeria's best STEM student.
Your parents have invested a lot in you. Your teachers have invested a lot in you. And you have the opportunity to use science and technology to change and improve your environment.
Which of these is not a wind instrument?
And so the competition begins.
Violin, flutes, or trumpets?
They kick out with the foundation round.
Element is common to both brass and... What then describe the chemical breakdown of substances by water?
Then 4 are dropped from the race, leaving 5 super SPACs to proceed to the advanced segment.
Plus 5x plus 6, find f of 2.
20.
3 winners emerged, but Oyindamola Ajay is crowned the best STEM student.
The overall prize of 7.5 million naira.
I was really praying about it. I'm happy that God answered my prayers. When I was called, I couldn't help but think of all the teachers and friends that helped me in my Spark journey. So I'm really grateful.
The performance was very good, was interesting. It shows that the students really worked extremely hard, and the output is what you have seen today.
We're also trying to see how we can groom them 360. So it's not just about having the classroom knowledge. You need to come out, you need to be a team player, you need to be able to relate to other people, you need to be able to know yourself. So Damola for me was, he had an embodiment of everything that we are looking for.
InterSwitch Spark Switch of Future initiative is a concept developed to identify, promote and ignite the right support for STEM students in Africa.
Congratulations to the young winner. Now, with an estimated 9.6 million deaths in 2018, cancer remains the second leading cause of death globally, and that's according to the World Health Organization. Nigeria also has her share with about 80,000 deaths out of 100,000 diagnosed annually. Varian Medical Systems, a global leader in oncology treatment and software maker, believes that with adequate investment in appropriate technology, a world without fear of cancer is possible.
From what used to be a zero chance of survival in 1997 to a significant jump of 30% in 2017, there's every reason to be positive despite disturbing figures from the World Health Organization on cancer. That's what Varian Medical System wants stakeholders in the entire oncology space to know at this summit.
High-quality, cost-effective care.
It offers the company the opportunity to introduce latest development in cancer care, as well as allow experts to discuss and develop possible approaches to efficiently deploy quality treatment across the country.
There's 27 countries in Africa that do not even have one linear accelerator.
Every cancer patient requires radiography, but only few have access to it. Varian is already matching words with action. The company says it has completed a cancer care project equipped with sophisticated treatment capabilities, including linear accelerators for treating cancer at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital.
These are the same type of treatment that folks will pay a lot of money for to travel abroad and get those treatment overseas because they were not present in Nigeria. So we've started by doing that in Nigeria, and the goal is to expand that across the country. So we have that now in Louth today, and very soon there will be another private center that is going to come up in Victoria Island, and we're just looking to replicate that all over the country. Per every 1 million population, you need one linear accelerator, which is the machine that Varian manufactures. In Nigeria today, we have nowhere near the number of machines that we need. So today, if we are to be able to adequately address cancer treatment in the country, we need 200 machines.
Tanit Medical Engineering is the local representative to ensure that this project is successful.
From the construction, from the equipment, from the training, from the software, etc. It's a comprehensive approach. If you miss one portion or one part of it, the project will not be as efficient as we were talking. And we also offer services on the training aspect, because this is very important to ensure that we develop the human resources capabilities to guarantee the top quality care.
This development, according to Varian Medical Systems, inspires its mission to combine the ingenuity of people with the power of data and technology to achieve new victories against cancer.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Kenyan government pledges to unite the country as the country's longest ruling president, Daniel Arap Moi, is buried. We'll also have more from our London studios and around the world in 5. Plus, Nigeria Football Federation appoints former Super Eagles defender and captain Joseph Yobo as assistant coach of the national team. That's on sports. Please stay with us.